That pawn stone.
Oh, we should probably go turn all my devices on.
We should probably turn all your devices on. It's gonna do it. We're live now.
Are we live?
We are live. Go do it. Go do it. We're live, baby. It's fine. Now get the hype up. No one's joined yet, but they will. Hey, it's Sunday. Sunday fun day. Dustin had to jump up for a second, so I'm on the mic. 1 2 1 2. Hey, do you like random pop culture topics? Do you like hanging out with some movie nerds? Then you are in the right place here at Geek Pulse, because we have your suggestions that we have drawn from a bucket. Well, we put them in the bucket. We're going to draw them, read them. Who knows? There are some truly random things. What is up, Creed? Joining us right here on the live stream. First of all, how are you doing tonight? Let me know. And how was your weekend? But yeah, so I'm so happy about this idea. This is such a fan-freaking-tastic idea. I'm really these topics, y'all. So on most live streams and most like nerdy things, man, like they talk about like certain things, like, you know, DC versus Marvel, you know, peanut butter versus jelly. They don't talk about the crazy stuff we're about to get into. Oh, so Creed, you are doing good so far. Hey, that's fantastic. Did you watch any new movies or anything this weekend? Did you play any new video games? You watch any new TV shows? What kind of thing? You're not commenting too much. No, actually, and there's someone else, Random Street Theater, who posted like 16 times as many comments. There is no such thing as too many comments, because if we don't use all of the comments right now for this live stream, and it's very successful and you guys really like it, we're going to do it next time. So, more comments, more topics, can never get enough. You please do throw 1,000 things out there until your brain hurts and it goes like, because it explodes, right? Also, let us know about the layout. How do you like it? We got some Streamlabs going on, so we have a little fancy design. So yeah, just let us know what you think about the new layout, because it's all a work in progress. Yeah, awesome. Awesome, yeah, no such thing. It was a good time. All right. Oh, you just played some Super Mario 3D World. Fantastic game, fantastic choice. I know that you are excited about that new Mario movie. I cannot wait too, man. Oh, you like the new layout? Awesome. Thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your patronage here on Geek Pulse. But yeah, dude, I cannot wait for that new Mario movie. It's going to be sick. It's going to be off the chain. It really, really is. It really, really is. Yeah, I like the neon green too. I think it looks really good. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. I've not seen the new clip. I have not seen it yet. Is it awesome? I bet it is. Everything I've seen so far from the movie has been 100% top-notch, and a video game movie that we all deserve, right? Let me show you my hat that I'm rocking tonight. With the Cat Mario, Seth Rogen voices Donkey Kong. Oh, I've been waiting to see and hear Mr. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I bet it's awesome. Dude, I'm about to watch it after the stream. Look at this sick hat, man. Found it at the thrift store. It's a shout out to when we thought the world was going to end in Y2K. So this was a countdown to the year 2000, the new millennium. So that's some pretty wild. You never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. One of my favorite things in the world is going there. Dude, Seth Rogen's voice. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up. Did you watch that yet? The new clip? Dustin hasn't seen it either. Ivanhoe Cinemas in the house. What is up? This is so awesome. You're awesome.
What's up?
He's back.
I'm back.
He's like, what's up?
What I miss? What's going on here? What's going up, Creed?
Dude, he's had a great weekend so far. Ivanhoe's in the house. If you are in the Walterboro area, or if you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area, period, and you're not going to the best movie theater in South Carolina, you're missing out. You need to go to Ivanhoe Theaters. They do special events. No other theaters are doing that around here. You like geek stuff? You like big Marvel movies? You like all these fun things? What about that plus trivia? What about that plus costumes? What about that plus the best damn customer service you can ever get at any movie theater, period? That's what Ivanhoe Cinemas is. Absolutely.
For sure.
I do love pimping people. Like, that's my favorite thing, is like hyping people up. I used to be a hype man. If that's my full-time job, I would just hype people all day long.
I gotta say, y'all, I love this new layout.
It's fucking sick. It looks good awesome too. It looks great. Finally, we're jumping into the new millennium. Hey, We're getting there. We're getting there.
We are. All right. So did you explain what we're doing?
We kind of explained what was going on, but we don't got to jump into it right away. This is part of the hangout part. Creed is here just talking to us about his weekend. I want to know what he's got going on, and then Ivanhoe's in the house. You reminded me of that part in the scary movie. Wah-lah!
They want to see the bucket though. Y'all want to see the bucket?
Yeah, it's the random topic bucket.
It's not really the random. It's Star Wars.
Well, what's inside is random.
Not the best Star Wars movie, but.
He said it was the best Star Wars movie. I don't know if your hearing is correct, but he just said
definitely not the best.
This is the best Star Wars movie. But yeah, we're gonna really just jump into it naturally. Rolando Flores coming into the chat. What is going on? Star Wars is the best sci-fi ever. Rolando, welcome to the stream here on a Sunday evening. You're here for some random topics. That's what you're here for. You're here to, have your ears filled and your eyes filled, and we're here to do that. We're gonna fill it all up. My favorite is The Empire Strikes Back. Well, yeah, you've got good taste in movies and good taste in Star Wars, so obviously you picked the best Star Wars film. Absolutely. Rolando, how's your weekend going so far? I want to know in the chat below. Hope it's going great. And again, if you see me down on my phone, hey, we're just a couple of fucking movie nerd friends that are hanging out. If you see me on my phone, I am pimping out our stream. I'm sharing it to Facebook and all the socials because we want to share this love and passion with everybody out there. That's what we want to do. But hey, if you're wanting to jump into an idea bucket real quick, we can go ahead and do that topic point. We are live.
All right, y'all ready for this topic bucket? All right. Did you explain what this is?
Yeah, well, all the people right there already know what it is, but we could double explain it. I explained it right on the top of the rip. So.
All right, so yeah, it's just random topics. We're gonna sit here, randomly pull them, and talk about them.
But these topics are picked by you.
Yeah, most of these are from y'all.
Lots of streams today. Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go.
You're in it. Let's go.
Let's go. Random topic. Let's do this. All right. Oh, we got two there. All right. So this one is from Movie Fanatic.
Is it what social media is that from?
YouTube.
Movie Fanatic on YouTube.
What's better, Star Wars, Stargate, Star Trek, Babylon 5, Firefly, or Farscape? And he put Star Wars is now technically a TV show because of Disney Plus. So I got it. So these are all sci-fi television shows.
What's the best sci-fi television show?
And he added Star Wars in there because now, yes, Star Wars is now a television show, which is amazing. But in Stargate and Star Wars and Star Trek and Firefly all have movies too.
So what's the best one?
Me personally, my favorite sci-fi television show of all time will be always Stargate.
Cowboy Bebop. Whoop. Star Wars. Rolando. For me, it's gonna be Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly's. Okay, yeah, Firefly's really good. But
for me, it's Firefly, and it's just like because if you want it, unfortunately, you can gobble it down in one small helping. Because God dang it, Josh Whedon, why have we got
that is not on the list.
It doesn't. It's so good though.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is still solid. Yeah, it's not on this. Well, Cowboy, I think he was going for like live action. Like, well, these are like the top sci-fi shows of all time.
If I had to pick my favorite sci-fi show, I'm gonna pick Quantum Leap, the Scott Bakula one, not that abomination we have now.
The Mandalorian. Well, that would be in with the Star Wars.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And like, I don't think I've seen too many Sliders. Also very good.
Sliders.
Yeah,
it's weird that Firefly's on here, but not. If Movie Fanatic's watching, why wasn't Sliders put on here or Quantum Leap? Like
everyone forgets about Sliders.
No, now hold on. Now all these shows have something in common. They're all like set out in space. That makes sense. It's probably why like Sequest and DSV is not on here.
But what about Lost in Space?
Lost
in Space.
That's OG. That is OG.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Lost in Space.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. All right, throw me the bucket, pal. Let me go. Andor was good. Andor was better than it should be. All right.
Andor is some of the best Star Wars stuff out there for real. It's definitely up there with The Mandalorian.
We got a long boy here.
That's what she said.
Hey-o. Just opening the jokes up. All right. Hey. Someone in the chat may recognize this. This is from you, Creed. Gandalf or Dumbledore? Who is wiser? Gandalf or Dumbledore? Who is
Oh,
wiser?
Gandorf's the wiser because Gandorf is like 10,000 years old, and Dumbledore is like maybe 100 years old, 200 years old. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go with Gandalf's probably wiser.
Here, let's talk about how they're both fucked up. They both made tons of mistakes. So Dumbledore's mistake was his, fuckery of like putting Harry Potter in immediate danger. Gandalf probably is, there we go. I like that it's both camps, right? You got Dumbledore and then you've got, run you fools, right? But still he made some clear errors. Both of them fucked up. They're not infallible, but as far as being wise, I am going to go with Gandalf as well. Gandalf. But Dumbledore is pretty wise. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I gotta go with Gandalf. Just
Gandalf on Ivanhoe. Okay.
So, age just gives you wisdom. I mean, if you've been around for that long, you would know a lot. I mean, I don't know. I'm going with Gandalf.
You're going to Gandalf. Okay.
Going with Gandalf.
So I believe that based on the chat, Gandalf is the winner here. Gandalf. Just taking a thumbnail. Gandalf. I love Harry Potter too. Don't get me wrong. I love Harry Potter as well. In fact, I enjoy Harry Potter as a whole more than I do Lord of the Rings. Hot topic. I don't care. But, hey, I love Harry Potter more than I do Lord of the Rings.
Hold on. Let's dive before we get to this next topic. Let's dive into this because
it's better.
Both Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are not only movies, but they are also books.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, I think Lord of the Rings as a whole, like the Hobbit, everything, I think is better than Harry Potter. It also is a lot longer, because if you really get into the history of it all, I mean, I gotta
longer doesn't always mean better. Sometimes it's the girth.
I gotta go with Lord of the Rings. I think y'all in the chat, let us know, is Lord of the Rings better than Harry Potter or vice versa? Don't get me wrong, both series are phenomenal.
That's a great, the whole video topic right there. Lord of the Rings versus...
That is, because you could definitely break that down with the characters and with mediocre spin-offs. Both have those.
Yes, they both do.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the Amazon Amazon Prime show. It was not great. Which is weird, because when you spend $20 million on an episode... You should get like Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones level shit.
Doesn't always, again, longer and more money doesn't mean better sometimes.
It does not. When you have terrible writing and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I gotta go Lord of the Rings. I think it's a better series overall.
I respect all opinions.
But also, Lord of the Rings has more to work with.
It's got the Silmarillion, you've got...
Yeah, I mean, you just have more characters. It's just...
The whole, Tom Bombadil thing,
All right, moving on. Let's go.
We got another one here. I'll let you read the next one because I am posting on social media. And if you guys care to share our stream, I would love that very much. We're trying our very best to get to the next level. We're leveling up here on Geek Pulse.
All right, so this one's from JD. This one's from Instagram.
Ooh.
Obscure classic 80 movies, early 80s and before. Okay, obscure classic horror movies from the early 80s or before the early 80s. Right away to me, I guess Cannibal Holocaust.
It's Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
He's so excited.
I'm so excited. I can't even
talk.
Is definitely probably the most obscure, just because oh my god, we all thought that was real. Well, so much that the actual director got arrested and went to have to go to court.
We killed animals. They killed animals on that movie.
And they did.
A turtle.
Yeah, they did kill animals.
At least a turtle.
The scene with the woman impaled looked way too real. So if you don't know this, he actually had the cast of that movie go into hiding for an entire year, and that's actually what started the whole the police getting involved, because they're like, well, where's the cast?
They're dead. They've been cannibal holocausted.
They've been What's a good one for you?
So I like my favorite 80s horror comedy, and it's a spoof on horror, Student Bodies.
Oh yes,
Student Bodies for me. But also Faces of Death, because that counts in my opinion. Because when I used to go to the movie store, yes, I'm showing my age. I'll be 40 years old in this fucking year. 83, baby. I'm a kid of the 80s. You went to the video rental store, and that's where you found the movies that you really weren't supposed to rent. Also, Dead Alive. Peter Jackson, Talking to You. One of the greatest, like, gore and, blood diner also. I could talk obscure
Which
horror
one?
movies all
Is
day
that the
long.
one with the lawnmower?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
that stuff's so much fun. Faces of Death, that's one.
Faces of Death.
I was a sophomore in high school, and we were able to rent. We didn't rent it. One of our buddies that was 18 rented it, and we snuck it to my house and watched it. And that was some crazy shit.
Yeah, Faces of Death.
That was. I still prefer physical media.
Always.
Physical media all day, all day,
All day, every day.
all day, every day.
All day, every day. All right, let me.
Yeah, this one we could do this one all night. There's so many.
We
Great
might come
horrors.
back to it. Let me go to the next bucket here, next topic. And again, we'll also take topics live on the stream too. So if you have topics, keep them
Yeah,
coming.
that's not bad. Yeah, if you have other topics, throw them at us.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
This next topic is best Friday the 13th movie. I think you probably put that, didn't you?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's not my handwriting. Best Friday the 13th movie. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is Jason X.
It actually is Jason X. I was just about to say.
You put Jason in space,
It's
baby,
Jason
and that's
X.
the recipe
I
for
mean,
part 6. The part 6 is my second favorite.
I'm actually I did this on my TikTok not too long ago. If you want to check out my TikTok, it's movies with Nerdy Dustin 2.0. But I did my top 5 favorite Friday the 13th movies. So mine are Jason X is my favorite, and then
Best.
I like 8. I know what you're thinking. Nobody likes when he goes to Manhattan, but I do. That boombox scene is hilarious.
He's not even in that movie.
Let's see.
The ending was good though.
The third one is one of my favorites. I mean, because that's when we actually get the Jason we come to know and love. It's weird to say
Freddy
that.
vs. Jason too.
Freddy vs.
Freddy
Jason.
vs. Jason.
And the first one. I absolutely the first. Granted, Jason's not in it really. He's not the bad guy. But
Mrs. Voorhees.
Mrs. Voorhees is.
Scary
But
as hell.
to me, it's,
I still don't trust old ladies.
It's,
I get a trust thing where if I see an old lady, there's at least a 90% chance that she's going to murder the entire camp I'm at.
You know what? Actually, I've had this conversation with people before. Is Freddy vs. Jason a Jason movie or a Freddy movie? If we're going to get technical, when you look at the box sets that come out, they usually put Freddy vs. Jason in the Freddy box sets. And honestly, like,
You know why?
it is a Freddy movie. I gotta say, I think it's a
That's
Freddy.
why.
It's a Freddy movie, y'all.
But it also is like A, Freddy's more popular. B, it's alphabetical.
Yeah, that and like
It sounds better because
yeah.
but it does count. It's probably
I mean, I would count it as both when I really think about it, but I don't know. It's yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Next one. All right.
next bucket item.
All right, we got Random Street Theater, which
Ooh.
is he in the chat? Are you here, bud?
Random Street Theater. If you're
here.
there, give us a little chat.
Uh,
Too bad we never got Pinhead versus Michael Myers. Yep, I would love that.
yeah. Well, Pinhead
Win hands down.
Pinhead versus any of the slashers. Pinhead wins.
Pinhead's gonna win.
Are the events of Ferris Bueller Day Off all in Cameron's head? No.
I do like that question.
I
though.
love that theory.
For those of you that don't know, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is literally just a whole shenanigans with Ferris and his friends stealing his dad's car, getting into some ruckus, just taking the whole day off. Because sometimes you don't want to go to school. Fuck high school sometimes. Go to school, learn, kids. But the question was, is the whole thing in Cameron's head? And I don't think so, but I never would have thought to think that question.
No, it
Right?
makes. Here's the thing, though. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
But I'm gonna say no because there's too many other characters that we see interacting that they don't even interact with them. So I.
Boom, boom, dee, dee, dee.
So no, great question though. I love that theory. I wish Random Theater was here. I wonder if he came up with that theory on his own. That's a good
I bet he did. I bet he did.
That is a good one.
He's going to join. He always jumps into our live streams, and he's West Coast, baby. So, hey, speaking of that, where are you guys at? East Coast, Mid Coast? That's not a thing. Midwest? Are you in the dirt farmer area, or east or west, north or south? Let me know. And appreciate. Oh yeah. No. Oh, didn't we talk about one of the last live streams where it'd be cool to have a sequel to Ferris Bueller's Day Off? And
I think so. Yeah.
he was if Ferris was the principal.
That's right. We did have that conversation.
We sure did have that conversation.
Yes, I would love for that.
I
to be
would
a thing.
love that very much.
You want my soul's gonna tell me like if you're getting no.
Yes. Eye color, all of it. Yes, give it to me.
Your blood type, we need that.
Blood type. I just want to steal your blood. Oh my gosh, don't do it. Don't trust those kind of people. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, appreciate all the likes too. We get lots of likes on the video. So let's do another random one. This is Short Boy here. Oscar picks? Question mark. Okay.
Oh, our Oscar picks.
Oscar picks. All right. First of all, for me, Oscar the Grouch. Next, what's your Oscar pick?
I think this is like actual Oscars.
Oh, the Academy Awards
Academy
Oscars.
Awards.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Creed. That's right. Said that. Oscar picks for Best Actor.
Best Actor, I'm going with Everything Everywhere All at Once. That needs to win Best Picture. I've got Brendan Fraser for The Whale.
Austin Butler for Elvis.
Who do you think's gonna win out of those two? Just the sheer fact that Austin Butler is still going around talking like Elvis, he should just win it.
Well, so I listened to him say a little bit about that the other day. So again, he's very young in age. So he was inside the Elvis character for 3 years. Yeah. I've actually had people, I work in the hospitality industry, and I've had people say that they lived in another country. They're from America, but they spent a little bit of time in England for 3 or 4 years, and they pick up the accent. They pick up that, and humans like mimic that kind of thing. So I get it. He may keep that for the rest of his life, or it may go away with time, but he's not putting it on. Because you could hear, it would take too much work for him to consciously put that on. Dano.
For Riddler. I wish he got nominated. He should have. He did do an amazing job. But I'm going to go with Brendan Fraser. Brendan, if you haven't seen The Whale, Brendan Fraser gives the best performance in probably cinema history, in my opinion.
That's wow.
They're
going to cut that out and put that as a short. That is a high praise.
It is an amazing performance. If you have not seen The Whale, I highly recommend checking it out. And not only just him, but Sadie Sink was phenomenal. Hung Chow was amazing in that movie. Which Hung Chow is nominated for her performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So hopefully she.
I will say that I believe that film is going to take the most Oscars.
That is my film this year. Every year I pick a film to just sweep the Oscars. That's the one I'm picking this year. I'm usually wrong, but
Ke Huy Quan is going to win for Best Supporting.
Oh hell yeah, hands down.
Max from Stranger Things.
Yep, that's who Sadie Sink is.
Killing it.
I think Michelle Yeoh is going to win Best Actress.
Absolutely, well deserved. She has to.
But I think honestly, Best Supporting Actress, it's
Angela Bassett.
I don't think Hung Chow is going to win that. I think it's going to be Angela Bassett.
They're making a point. She was phenomenal in the film. Probably my best. That's the only thing I really loved about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
and they want Marvel needs to get a skin in the game after all this, because really the only movie that really won any Oscars that are, I don't want to say important, because even a special effects, makeup, all those Oscars are important, but as far as buzzworthy is Heath Ledger's posthumous award. That's the only Oscar really that's for a comic book movie.
Yeah,
is the only one. So if we give it to Angela Bassett, and she deserves it, it's going to be a feather in Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's going to have the biggest boner that night.
And then real quick, Best Picture. I think it's Everything Everywhere All at Once is what I want to win is Top Gun. That's my favorite movie this year. I thought the movie was just so awesome.
What if it did? Well, it won't. But what if it did?
Actually, if it did win Best Picture, it's a game changer.
Yeah,
it is a game changer. That means any damn picture can now just.
I miss Heath Ledger too.
Win. Yes, I miss. Heath Ledger.
I hope it doesn't win, because I don't want to have. It's Magic. I don't want another 5 Top Gun movies. I only need Top Gun and TopGun Maverick.
Oh, we're getting another one.
Dumb.
The amount of watch it. When a movie makes anywhere near $1 billion or surpasses $1 billion, there will be another movie of that movie.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's a rule. It's actually always been a rule. So I mean, back in the 90s, it wasn't $1 billion, obviously. It was like around the $400 to $500 million mark. You'd automatically get a sequel.
Yeah.
That's why we got a sequel to some pretty dumb movies.
Absolutely. You mentioned The Whale earlier. I'm going to segue into a show that I just watched. I've seen all 4 episodes. It's called Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. The first episode takes place in a casino and involves a whale. Not that kind of whale. When you spend a lot of money in a casino, you become what's called a whale. And check it out. You got Peacock? You even just get Peacock for a month because there's some cool shit on there. Definitely check it out. I think the Mario movie will make $1 billion. Yes, it will.
Yeah, it will.
100%. That and Little Mermaid.
Well, nowadays, it's not as rare for a movie to make $1 million internationally.
It's still going to be huge, I'm going to tell you right now. And that'll spawn 1,000 sequels. The only sequel I care about is we need a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Yeah, with Detective Pikachu being a hit, with Sonic, both Sonic movies being a hit, there's no reason.
No reason not to.
Why? Here's the thing: if we get a live action Smash Brothers movie before a live action Zelda movie, I'm gonna go fucking ape shit. I have been waiting my entire life for a live action.
How about this?
Zelda
We're just
movie.
talking. We're just fucking around talking film. If you were the director of that right now, or the casting director, who is playing Link?
Oh, Zelda? Ooh, who's playing Link?
Who's playing Link? That's the main character. That's who you cast first.
I honestly,
Oh, who
that
played Link?
is a good question.
Tom Holland.
I that is a good pick, and I do love the fan art.
The fan art's great.
But I don't know.
It'd have to be someone that looks elfish anyway. I tell you who would play adult Link. The guy that played Vecna in Stranger Things. He looks like an elf.
He kind of does look like an elf. Yeah. He
does. He does. I don't know his name, but
I can't remember his name either.
Metroid, man. I would love a Metroid movie too. Let's open it up. I bet you anything that if this is as successful as it will be, we're gonna have Nintendo everything.
I honestly don't know who I'd want to play an adult Link.
What about Ganon? That's got to be the villain.
Ganon, hands down, Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Hands down, Jason Momoa.
Henry Cavill as Link. Wow, that's strong.
Cavill is no
Too strong.
Too big.
Too big. Physically too big.
See, that's the problem. That's why I'm having trouble, and I'm okay with Tom Holland. Link is a certain size, and I want my characters that I love to look as close as possible.
Nicolas Cage's Ganon. Nailed it.
I could see that.
Nailed.
Because Ganon's gonna be full of makeup and CGI. So, but you want that voice.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Ooh. Oh, you know who can? Timothy Chalamet could probably pull Link off. An adult Link. I think.
Timothy Chalamet.
Speaking of him, I cannot wait. I was not excited for another Willy Wonka movie until I saw he was playing Wonka.
I don't give a shit about that.
That makes me give a little bit, a little bit of a shit.
I don't believe there's enough story. I don't,
There's not.
What about Austin Butler for Link? Skinny, young, actor.
He'd have to change his voice.
He could.
I don't need a Link to be sounding like
Jack
Elvis.
Black as the ocarina. Let's see, who would play Zelda? Ooh, I'm thinking. Who am I thinking for Zelda? You need somebody like.
That's a good one.
Who would play Zelda? How about you, Creed? Who would play Zelda?
You know who I would like, and I'm not just saying this because Tom Holland. And I'm saying it based on her character in Dune. I think Zendaya would be an amazing Zelda.
Zendaya's too strong. Zelda has nothing to do. In the games.
That's true.
Brie
Larson is Zelda.
Cast it now. Nail it.
No, she's too tall.
Brie Larson, Zelda. Nail it. You need we need younger, because that's what I think of when I think Zelda. I don't think of adults.
When I'm thinking Brie Larson, I think more Samus.
Ooh, yeah, Brie for Samus, yeah.
Yeah, because then we wouldn't see her face; it'd be under a helmet.
Well, they would take her helmet off all the time.
They would. They totally.
She'd never wear a helmet.
They would.
Never wear a helmet. All right, so was that me or you? Oscar picks. That's where we got to.
That was you.
All right.
She'll make a good sense. Honestly, she would. I don't know. I get the hate for her character.
Now let's cast the Ice Climbers movie.
Yeah. I actually think Brie Larson's a phenomenal actress. I didn't like her in Miss Marvel, but that's not her fault.
She's gonna redeem herself in the Marvels. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Miss Marvel it's just shitty writing and anyway. Okay. Turtles or Power Rangers?
Ooh,
that's a good one. That's
so how about this? Let's expound upon that. So you can only pick one, and only one exists. So you can only have all the Power Rangers stuff, or only Ninja Turtle stuff.
That I have to debate on that one a little bit because.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Creed, thank you again for these awesome topics. I really appreciate it.
TV wise, I can't be without Power Rangers. I can live without the Turtles cartoons, especially the new shit. But Power Rangers, but when it comes to the movies, those first two Turtle movies are some of the best shit ever, and the Power Ranger movies are kind of dog shit.
Easy for me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just the Turtles and all of it, and their characters are a million times more interesting than any of the fucking Power Rangers. Million times more interesting.
True. You get more of a story with the Turtles, but you get more action with the Power Rangers.
Not necessarily.
And okay, so Noah kind of actually grew up more in the 80s, and I grew up more in the 90s. So I'm going Power Rangers, and you can see why, because, I'm going Power Rangers, he's going Turtles.
Plus, we're talking comics. The Last Ronin is some of the best comics in the world.
It really is.
And then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Eastman, later.
Except the new Power Ranger comic book shit from...
no one's reading it.
Everyone's reading it. It's so good. It's so good. We finally see Zed's face.
Ooh.
It's so good. It's so good. Anyway.
Nothing beats Kevin Nash as Super Shredder. Come on, I can go all day long.
Super Shredder wins it all.
I can go all day long. Big sexy.
I guess end of the day, I can live without the Turtles movies, but I don't know I'd want to live without the Power Ranger TV shows.
I didn't even hate the Michael Bay Power Ranger or Turtles movies.
I don't know why anyone did. They're good.
They're good, but they didn't like it. Best part of the early 2000s. That's Vegas shit.
The best part of the early 2000s.
What was the best part of the early 2000s?
Johnny the homicidal maniac.
I want to say the internet.
You know what? Honestly, I think if we're going early 2000s,
AOL.
that's like probably 2000 to 2009. I would have to go video games. We got the PS2, the N64. Tony Hawk. I'm going with video games. That's the best thing of the early 2000s. And you're going with
back in the 90s. I was in a very famous TV show. Whoa, you were?
What were you in? And we got the GameCube. Yeah, the GameCube was so good. We got Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which was so good.
GameCube, yeah, GameCube was good. Video games, you're right, but then it's the internet. Come on now.
No, the internet.
The early 2000s was the time of the internet.
Yeah, but we had dial-up, and you had to wait to get on, and then when you were on, no one could use the phone, and then if you were on, your stepdad was bitching at you that, I need to use the phone, get off the internet.
Oh, just kidding? Oh, okay, well, that's fine. If you would have made something up, I would have been as equally as happy. Keep that going. It was a famous, Nintendo is my favorite company ever. Well, yeah, they've done...
So good.
I don't want to say no wrong. All right, so I meant to say fashion. I meant to say boy bands.
Yes, fashion. Oh, yes, we had Jinko jeans, chain wallets.
I meant to say Hot Topic.
We got the goth look in. We got the skater.
I meant to say MTV.
Actually, MTV was
TRL, baby.
The best time of MTV was the early 2000s.
Music is probably the number one. Movies, it was so good.
Actually, the more I think about it, the early 2000s was actually... I always say the 80s and 90s are the best decades, but the early 2000s...
Best part of the early 2000s? Fingering.
What?
You weren't in high school. Or were you?
I was in high school, and I graduated in 05.
Oh.
So from 2000 to 2005, I was in high school.
Hey, this is random. This is an adult show. It's not for kids. If you're a kid, then that's cool too. Toys R Us.
Yeah, Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Here we go.
80s nostalgia from YouTube. What is the best Batmobile?
Ooh.
Oh, that's too easy. There's no better one. The Batman animated series.
Oh, nah.
Nope, I take mine back.
Oh, you had to say.
No,
he said it. He can't take it back. No take backs.
No, it's probably my favorite, but I think
The best Batmobile.
the Keaton Batmobile is actually really freaking dope.
Nothing beats the Keaton Batmobile.
Yeah,
That thing beats the Keaton Batmobile. Even Batman Returns, when that fucking thing broke apart and it kind of slid down the Batman is a good.
It is a pretty good one,
Right.
but it's I gotta go with no one. The Keaton Batmobile is so iconic and so amazing.
But because you asked for it, let's rank the top 5. All right. Keaton Batmobile.
Batman
Animated series Batmobile. Batman Forever Batmobile.
Yeah.
The Batman.
Yeah.
And the Tumbler.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest, every single vehicle in Batman and Robin, which there was a lot for some reason, all sucked. And well, we know why. Because toys. They wanted to make so many toys.
And that's
They
it.
all sucked.
You better not.
No.
You better not.
Oh, it's not a Batmobile.
Don't
though.
unsubscribe.
That Bat boat in Batman Returns is really fucking dope.
I played with that shit in the bathtub so much.
For real. No, the bat plane from the first Batman, 89 Batman. That bat plane.
I'm really happy to see that come back in the Flash movie.
Is it in the Flash movie?
Yes.
Oh,
I've already seen the play sets. I've seen the toys, the leaked. Hey, you want to know about movies? Look for toys.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. They did just leak the villain for the Flash movie got leaked because of a toy. It's so
Batman
bad.
and Robin is
It's
so
pretty
bad.
It is.
I
pretty
don't
bad.
really even love the Adam West Batmobile, if I'm being honest.
You don't, or you do?
I don't.
It's plain Jane.
Yeah.
It's iconic
It's
for
good
what
for the
it is,
time.
but
Yeah.
it's not. Plus, it's not practical.
I just love the way I put Batman Forever so high. I like the way that fucking thing looked.
Dude, well, okay, so you're
It
Batman.
lit up and shit.
You're being shot at. You really going driving around with open tops and.
No, but if you're in the ocean, you have your anti-shark
But I was
spray.
gonna say, yeah, you're right. Oh, the bat helicopter, the bat boat. I actually have gotten to. I got pictures somewhere. I got to go see the Adam West bat boat, and I got to touch it. It was at the Superman Museum.
You got a bat boner.
I did. I'll get drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll get
Don't leave home without your bat card or some shit like that.
Oh my god.
So bad.
So bad.
So bad. So bad. And those bat nipples, so bad. That's where they lost me at Batman.
Hard to beat those hard bat nipples.
I remember in Batman yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This is one I wrote down.
Uh-oh.
You have to answer first. All right. Because this is very hot. This is a very hot topic, and it's very topical. But I put my own spin on it. Which Muppet would win in a Royal Rumble type fight?
Oh, Miss Piggy.
No.
In a fight?
In Royal Rumble. Think about it. A full Royal Rumble match. All of them are coming in.
How are you getting Miss Piggy over the top rope?
That's easy.
That's the whole point of a Royal Rumble.
People put the fucking Big Show over the top rope back in the day.
Yeah, well, if you all tag team. But see,
You know that Kermit is looking to fucking put Miss Piggy over the top of that rope.
No, because he'd be protecting. This is their relationship. He'd be protecting her the whole time, and then it'd just be the two of them, and then she would just tell him to get over the top, and he would just jump over.
Fucking animal.
No.
Animal.
No.
Or Dr. Teeth.
No, it's Miss Piggy. Go in the comments section. Kermit. He says Kermit.
Kermit's a good one. But also, I guess if like Rizzo, how would you catch him?
We're getting a sequel. We're
Yes.
getting a sequel to The Muppets?
I hope so. I want all the Muppets all the time.
I mean, it is a pretty big.
Of course, there is that
IP,
one
so-
big, huge Muppet. You know that guy.
Oh yeah. I don't
Or the
remember
Swedish
his
Chef, motherfucker. I'm changing my
Swedish
answer to the Swedish Chef. Now I want to see a Muppets Royal Rumble.
Who's the first one that goes over? Gonzo.
No, it's Fozzie. Fozzie's the first. Fozzie. Then Rolf. Then Gonzo.
Gotta go, guys. All right, Creed. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Dude, thank you so much. Thank you for being an awesome subscriber to the channel.
For real.
Maybe I'll be back. Hey, we'll be here. There's no
getting
pressure
started.
on these streams. It's just, like I said, just a cool hangout. We're just talking movies, doing our thing. All right, so that was the next topic. So it's time for you to pick the next one. Yeah, it's only 6:30, and again, we don't need to run through these things. We're just hanging out. This is all watch hours, baby.
Comics are life. What is it like on a film or TV set?
Let's do both.
Let's do both. We both worked on both.
what is it like on a film or TV set?
Here's what we'll do. So, Noah, you tell everyone what it's like to be on a big budgeted film.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about an independent film, and then we can talk about TV.
So to be on,
They're all different.
So to be on a film set, and like it wasn't as, it was a medium budget, but it was more of an indie kind of film. It won some awards, but they transformed an entire town. So not just a set that was built, they refaced like 7 different buildings that exist in the town. I lived in that town, and one of the buildings I went to was like an antique sort of like thrift store. So the way they transformed that thing is still blows my mind today. So imagine that you go to your favorite store constantly, and then one day you have a chance to be on set, and it's changed into a police station. Everything, no detail was spared in that entire, and it just was like fucking mind blowing. The crafty wasn't as good on a movie, and movies they don't film as long as TV shows. So the experience of it is more like fast. It's fast paced. We got to get this shot. We got to get this. We got to get that. We only have X amount of time to do it. So there's a lot of high pressure stakes, and there's not a lot of downtime. Like on the TV shows, well, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, when I worked on the movie, there was no downtime. Like it was even more efficient, and it was pre-COVID too, so I can't really talk about that. But it was so efficient, like everything was planned to the minute. It was high pressure, but it was super fun, and I got to work on that movie during wrap day, which was cool because it was a wrap on the movie. So I got to, and I've seen it several times since then, I got to be like, it's a wrap on Woody Harrelson, clap, 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 clap. It's a wrap on Frances McDormand, blah, blah, blah. It's a wrap on 3 Billboards. Before everyone, like as soon as they said it was a wrap, the actors and some of the directors were already signing new contracts and signing the next project, because like some people, their contract ended right there. They didn't have anything to do with post-production. Back in those days, they didn't do a lot of pickup shots or the reshoots or anything like that. So it was cool, like someone coming in with some shit to sign. I'm like, oh fuck, and they partied. It was a huge party because like it was anytime you do that, it's a release. There's like a high school reunion or high school like prom or graduation. Everyone's hanging out. Everyone's been in this shared experience together, and all of a sudden we're just gonna fucking let loose, and that's what it was. That's what it was like. It was beautiful. I loved every second of it.
On an independent film set, it's a little bit different. It's not actually as fast-paced because you're not doing the movie for a studio. You're doing it for either a person or like a couple of people. But so basically, so I'm sure with Noah, when they're going to set up the next scene, there's probably 50 to 60 people setting up that scene.
Yeah, buddy.
On an independent film, there's like 4 people setting up a scene. So most times the actors are off to the side for like an hour or two just bullshitting. So one of the movies I did a couple of years ago, Enzo, most of the movie is shot in a gym, a boxing gym. And we just kind of hung out in the actual, not arena, the boxing ring. And just kind of took naps, bullshitted with each other, played cards while they were setting up different things. Craft services, you're not going to eat the best on an independent set. We ate nothing but Domino's and Doritos, which I guess is
Double D, baby.
Which is fine until it's all you're eating. Then it's no longer fine.
Double D,
Double D.
But hey, it's better than Little Caesars.
That's true.
And Fritos.
That is very... No, I like Fritos more than Doritos.
That's a question right there. Fritos versus Doritos. It's clearly Doritos. There's more flavors.
So, yeah, it's not... There's not 60 people on set on an independent film. You have, like, 4 or 5 actors. You've got maybe 2 camera people. You have the director, the AD, a couple lighting guys. It's not as crazy. And it's more laid back, too, so there's a lot more bullshitting and things like that, having a lot of fun and stuff like that. It's not as serious as, like, a big-budgeted film.
Speaking of, like, all that, I want you to segue into, talk about Alex for a little bit. What he had going on, how our connections, he had a huge weekend.
Yeah, our buddy Alex Choveyo, who was in that movie, and Enzo is his movie.
Because I love pimping out our friends, and like I love supporting people.
They just had a movie, Condor's Nest, which you can now watch on Vudu as of today, or Amazon Prime. They just had the premiere last night. We didn't get to go, unfortunately. We got invited, but we were scheduling conflicts, which is the best part of entertainment, those scheduling conflicts.
Hey, sometimes you can't help it.
You cannot. But no,
It's his first big screen film.
It is.
Congratulations, Alex.
He has been in over like 50 films, but this was his first like theatrical like supporting role. Like he was in Godzilla vs. Kong. He was in a bunch of different things, but this is the one where he like really got a lot of lines and stuff like that. So, but he also got to act with Arnold Vosloo, which hella jealous. I'm obsessed with the Mummy movies, so that would have been. What's his name? Michael Ironside.
Yep, Michael Ironside.
If you're an '80s fan, early '90s, you know who that is.
He was the bad guy in everything.
He was. Yes.
I don't think he's been a good guy in anything, but he's a bad guy in everything.
No, he is a good guy in Starship Troopers, but he's a huge asshole about it.
He's very big. He's a fucking big asshole.
He's a huge asshole about it.
I love that film.
I do too. It's
so
so underrated.
It's so underrated. But good job, Alex. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Check it out. And he was on our show, Hollywood Interviews, and there's a good chance you'll see him again.
He'll be back here very soon. All right, so we talked about, 3 Billboards. It is any movie that's over, I think it's $5 million is considered a studio picture. Anything under that is.
You said big budget.
So it would have. I have a feeling that was a 30. No, that's probably more than that. That was probably a $50 million movie.
Well, they paid me $29 million to be on it. So.
Oh shit!
And that's where the money went.
Well, it had Peter Dinklage. It had
Frances McDormand, Sam Rockwell.
They all have
Woody Harrelson.
They all have. When you get to a certain level in Hollywood, you have a quota that you have to be paid. So
it was cool. I got to see a lot of stunts. There were several action scenes on that. And we'll talk about our TV show experience because I did get to see stunts. My favorite thing in the world now is I don't care what I get to do in front of the camera, behind the camera. I need to see stunts.
That was yes.
I want to see stunts.
That was Enzo, the boxing match. We do a whole
stunts.
A whole boxing match, and it's pretty insane how that stuff goes down. Pretending to hit someone and then really hitting them on accident.
Pretending to give birth to a toilet baby.
Speaking of Alex, so in that movie, he's one of the main boxers, and there's a scene where he gets knocked down and blood has to come out of his mouth. We shot that several times, but the thing that's crazy is. The whole time we're shooting that and having to reshoot it, he's got to have fake blood in his mouth. So there was a good like half hour where he's laying on the mat with fake blood in his mouth. Like, the shit we do for it's
all day long.
I would
never not do it.
Let's okay, so TV wise, what's it like on a TV set? We both worked on The Righteous Gemstones, so that was a big budget TV for sure. It's really hectic. There was more people working on that than anything I've ever worked on.
By far.
I mean, the extras alone, there was 200 of us so in season 2, we did these right-wing protester scenes / the church. So the end of the season, those church scenes, we all that was recorded in a 2-week span. And that whole 2 weeks, there was 200 to 300 just extras. And then you had 20 or 30 actors. And then you had 10 camera guys, 6 PAs, 3 hair and makeup people. I mean, there's just all the actors have their agents there, their managers, their publishers. There's a lot of people. If you want a hectic work environment.
Be on a TV show.
Be on a TV show.
Just if you like TV or movies at all. And you have 2 or 3 days off and you live close enough, just do it. Try out to be a background actor, right? I prefer that. Extra, I don't like that word. Be a background actor because you do acting. I mean, you're not just a prop, right?
Well, the actual term I think is background player.
Background artist.
Oh, they always said player on that set.
Either way, you're more than just an extra because extra means that, there's not quite enough or something, But yes, do it because you get to see all the things that Dustin and I are talking about, all the ins and outs. You get to experience that hecticness. But I will tell you, he mentioned all those people working together in tandem. Every one of them salt of the earth. Every single person was. Mm-hmm. So that's what Rough House Pictures and Danny McBride's studio really, and the actors he hires, everyone, top-notch human beings. That's why we keep coming back. That's why all these people in the Charleston area, that's why people drive from Savannah. People drive from Wilmington down. People drive from Atlanta to be on the sets of these shows because it's just a fun freaking experience. And you get to see some crazy shit. If you've never seen The Righteous Gemstones, there's 2 seasons out now. The 3rd season premieres in June. That's breaking news. It's not really breaking it. It premieres in June.
But yeah, it's hectic. You eat really well.
You do eat well. You work hard. Those are long days.
Those are. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So on a TV set,
days.
I think the longest, or a movie set, the longest I've worked on a movie set at one time was, I want to say 8 hours. With Gemstones, sometimes we had 16-hour days.
Every bit of it.
You would get to set at 5 in the morning, and you weren't going home till like 3 in the morning. Actually, in some, you got to do this season, overnight shoots.
I did a couple overnight shoots.
Those can be exhausting as all hell.
They are, but you're treated well. You get to meet cool people, talk to some cool folks, and you
get to fart in front of John Goodman.
You fart in front of John Goodman, guaranteed. It's in your fucking contract.
It's in my contract.
That's in his rider. That's in his rider. If he ever becomes a star, John Goodman may not even be on the picture, but that's in this boy's rider. He's like, I need sandwiches. Well, now Fritos that we know, and then he needs a fart in front of John Goodman.
But back to you do eat well, and it is fun.
It's fun. It's super fun. Do it, and if you don't like it, then you say you did it. And that's what that's what life is about. Do it. Find out if you like it or not. Start a YouTube channel. Our good buddy Ryan Bonebreak, he just started streaming on Twitch the other day, or a few weeks back. Loves it. Our good buddy Aaron at Cold Bane Games. If you've not subscribed to Aaron, you need to do it now. That boy has some of the most fun live streams ever. And he's just a local guy that we know here, and he's just like, you know what? I'm going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to give this shit a chance. Dustin and I are doing the same thing. Try it. Just do it.
Oh, yeah. Just do it.
Life is too short.
Just do it.
Just do it, as Michael Jordan says.
All right, so that was what it's like on it. It's hectic. It's fun. You can make some good money.
It's happy. It's sad. You get to meet famous people.
You can get hurt. It can be exhausting. At the end of the day, you're being in a movie or TV show. It's just awesome. All right.
I want to be back in the next season. I want to do it more and more.
Yes, I wish my schedule allowed me to do more acting stuff. That'd be really fun.
When we take off on YouTube and we are like coming at you all the time, and you're like buying our merch, and you're like just hanging out with us all the time, we will definitely make more time for the acting gig.
We will. I think it's your turn. Bucket time.
Bucket time. Here we go. Okay. This is from Anonymous. Best Jason Momoa performance? Baywatch. Done. Sorry.
Sometimes I forget he was actually on Baywatch. Ronan Dex, Stargate Atlantis is his best performance.
That's how I got to meet him. I met him at Dragon Con years and years ago, before he was like Game of Thrones. Before Game of Thrones put him on his map. You know?
No, it's him playing Ronan. He got to just be himself.
I feel like that's what he does now.
Well, yeah, he kind of does get to always kind of just be himself. I don't know. You'd have to watch. If you've never seen Stargate Atlantis, watch it and you'll see what I mean. It's just an awesome character. He's really good at Drago in Game of Thrones.
Called Drago.
Or Drago. He was a good character. Him as Aquaman is phenomenal. Actually, you know what? He made Aquaman fucking cool. Before Jason, Aquaman was the butt of everyone's jokes. Everyone hated him. He was a shitty character. And Jason just made him awesome.
I'm going to also attribute, even though he's not a great human being, Jeff Johns to that. Because Jeff Johns' run on the comics, he brought Aquaman to be cool again. And he's one of the reasons that Jason Momoa got cast. So, but I also think that he was really good in. He's underrated in Conan.
He does play. The problem with that is
the movie was boring as fuck.
Exactly. It's not him. It was the movie.
Yeah, but he was good. He really committed himself. Imagine how upset, man. I'd be super upset for a passion project, and you put all your heart and soul into it, and then it becomes like a stinking flop. I wish more than anything, if the rumors are true, that he gets to play Lobo, because that's perfect fucking casting, and then that's going to be my number one favorite, without me even seeing the movie.
That is.
He was attached to be in The Crow at one point. I would have loved to see him as The Crow.
He would be amazing in The Crow, for sure.
Damn. But yeah, Jason Momoa, Baywatch for me,
Ronan
Stargate Atlantis for him.
For me. All right.
And if you've never seen any of the Stargate TV shows, that's what I'm gonna say. You need to do that after this. All All of them. All of them are good. Watch the movie first, though.
Yeah, start with that Kurt Russell, James Spader movie.
It's so weird to see James Spader in that after he's become like the Lizard King and what he is now. His performance was so toned down in that compared to the James Spader we all know today.
That's true, but the best part of that Stargate movie was James Spader.
Yeah.
Well, Kurt Russell did it.
Kurt Russell, let's come on.
Okay, it is from Anonymous. If the 1986 Spider-Man movie had come out, would we have gotten the Tobey movies?
No. No.
No.
Are you talking about the which one?
It's the canon one from
the Cameron?
the 80s. The one we didn't get. Because it started shooting, I think, in 84, but it was supposed to premiere in Christmas of 86, but it got canceled. No, we would not have gotten the Tobey movie. We wouldn't have gotten the Andrew movies probably either.
This is those sort of like butterfly effect situations. So
Yeah.
every single thing that happened or didn't happen causes a ripple in...
Well, no, hold on. Actually, that's... see, the reason I don't think we would have got them, because if it flopped, which it would have, I don't think a studio would have wanted to put... I don't think Sony would have wanted to put money behind, let alone buy the property.
The only reason we have comic book movies today as it is because those movies were successful.
Yeah,
like,
I don't. But then
right
again,
there, grab it.
But
Spider-Man
then again,
2. You just bought the VHS. Like this shit.
But then again, after Superman 3 and 4, I didn't think we'd ever get a Superman movie, and we got Returns in 06. We got Man of Steel in 13.
That's the only Superman movie.
So I don't know. We might have gotten, but I highly doubt it.
You never know. So
I mean,
one of those things, I don't think so.
You know, here's a crazy thing. If that movie would have came out, we might have not Butterfly Effect. We might have not gotten any of the comic book shit we have now.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think because totally the X-Men and Spider-Man, the first one, are the reasons. Those all and Blade. I got to give it to Blade too.
I mean, come on now.
The Fantastic Four movies didn't do it for me or anybody else, but.
Boy, those Fantastic Four casting rumors are just getting nuts, man.
They are.
And I don't like any of them. I've not heard John. Hey guys out there, John Krasinski is not going to be Reed Richards.
No,
right?
he's not.
He's not. This is going to be set in the MCU, and his character is already dead in another universe. He's not going to be Mr. Fantastic.
And like they said, he only
did it for.
They only did it because us.
It appeased the fans. Yep. And sometimes fan service is done, and I don't care about it. Please, please me.
Yeah, they're not going to build an entire Fantastic Four universe around John Krasinski.
And I love Adam Driver, but I do not see him as Reed Richards.
You know, I know it's a hot take. The Joshua Tank Fantastic Four movie, I know is a hot topic. Everyone hates it, but I really liked Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic.
See, I don't know.
I did. I thought
he was not playing not the Mr. Fantastic I know.
I still want to see him back as Mr. Fantastic. I think he needs to be redeemed.
I think the whole all of them need to be not well-known actors. I think the whole team needs to be cast as young, up-and-coming actors.
That's true. I think that's probably what they're gonna do.
Absolutely. And
actually,
do not go straight for like Galactus. I heard the rumor the other day that Galactus is going to be the villain in the film. As much as I want to see Galactus, don't go straight for Galactus.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a feeling because the only other villain you can really do in an origin is Doom.
Mole Man.
No, Mole Man wouldn't work. It would be Doom, and they're gonna use Doom as an overall arching villain. No. I agree. It shouldn't be a Silver Surfer Galactus time in the first movie, but that is what they're gonna do because they've already started building up to it. That's what we're gonna get.
Yeah, we could get another Kang variant.
We could because it would make actually sense.
Yep, it would.
That would make sense. But yeah, it kind of sucks. The Fantastic Four has one of the best villains in all the comic books as one of their villains, but they have a shitty rogues gallery.
Yeah, name 5.
You can't.
No. They're all regular Marvel villains, not specific to the Fantastic Four.
Except for Mole Man.
Except for Mole Man.
If you ever think about the comic book runs, Mole Man is always just a filler when they can't decide where to go.
Mole Man was like the end. Like if MODOK survives, I would love Fantastic Four versus MODOK.
That would be. Oh, we should do a video on MODOK.
I don't think MODOK's making it out of Ant-Man and Quantumania.
No, but that battle suit looks real dope.
Yeah.
All right, was it your?
Yeah, all right, here we go. All right. Next question. What movie would be made better if you added Flubber?
Oh, the green
Yeah.
shit from Robin. Every movie. No.
Just pick one that would be made better if it had Flubber in it.
So if you don't know, Flubber is a substance that can. It's alive. It's like slime that's alive.
Highly bouncy. Chaotic.
It can make things fly. It can make things. I'm gonna go with.
I'm going with Jumanji. Jumanji added Flubber.
That's
would
a good
be
one.
That's a good match, and I think it would be made better.
It would make sense in Jumanji.
Absolutely would.
I'm gonna go with Stand By Me.
Absolutely yes. They find that body. They're like, how are we gonna get this thing out of here? We need to put some Flubber underneath.
Flubber just raises it up.
I think a horror movie with added Flubber would be also very good.
Flubber. Well,
Jason versus Flubber.
Actually, the Flubber. Well, the Blob. We got the Blob.
The Blob versus Flubber.
Flubber, yeah. I mean, no, Flubber would. Actually,
I'm pretty sure that Lloyd Kaufman's out there. He thought of that idea already.
Flubber would make a great villain. I mean, we just got a movie a couple of years ago called Rubber, where
Rubber versus Flubber,
where a tire kills you. So Flubber as a horror villain would be amazing and solid. I would love to see that.
Did you enjoy the Flubber film with Robin Williams?
I sure did.
Oh man, I think I remember I loved it at the time. I don't know if I've seen it since.
I have not seen it since I was 13.
Neither have I. Like I saw it one time and I've not seen it.
Here's
since.
what we'll do. One of these live streams here coming up, we'll do a watch party.
Flubber.
Where we watch Flubber because I own it. I'm pretty sure I have to own it.
Why would you not? You gotta unsubscribe to the channel if you don't have Flubber.
We'll watch Flubber and we'll tell you if it holds up. Because a lot of shit from our childhood does not hold up.
The Big Lebowski plus Flubber.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Cheech and Chong.
Oh, that makes sense. You'd have the Flubber off smoking with.
Man, now I want a Flubber smoking a joint tattoo.
There you go.
Just makes sense, you know. This world doesn't make sense, but there's only so many things it does, and that does.
All right, so I'm going with Stand By Me. He's going with Jumanji.
Jumanji.
It fits more in Jumanji. That's because it's.
What's your thoughts on the newer Jumanji films?
I really do like the first one but I don't like the second one.
I was surprised at how good, and it's a tribute to the ensemble cast, right? Between Karen Gilliam and The Rock and all of it, and the story was good, and it tied into the first film. But then when they brought in and Kevin Hart and The Rock together is just fucking funny. Yeah. But when they brought in Danny Glover and.
Well, okay, the Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, that is the only part I actually like about the second one. I just love those two in general. But that second one, they should have stopped at the first one.
They should have. But again, we said earlier in the stream, if something makes a gigantic amount of money, they're not going to stop.
No, they're
and honestly, I get it. You want to make money, and it's easier just to take an IP that already exists and just, fucking wring every bit of creativity out of it. Oh, yeah, sure. It's a lot easier, Hollywood.
Oh, yes.
A lot easier.
But now that first Jumanji, that's a classic.
That shit is so good.
So good.
So good.
So freaking good. All right, what we got here? My turn. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh. Castle Ultra. I think this is from Instagram. What's a non-horror movie you'd like to see turned into a horror movie?
Ooh.
That is a good. I like that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's save that because he said he was going to be in the stream about 7.
Oh, okay.
I want to see him being in here. We're going to hold up on that because we're going to get that. So we went a little bit early in the live stream tonight because we just had so much talking to do.
We'll go back to that one.
We'll go back to that. That's a good one.
That's our last one because this is our last one. All right, this is from Q66, which I think is another Instagram. What is the most interesting part of the alien chest bursting scene?
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to take this. So, for me, the most interesting part of the alien chest burster scene was that none of the cast and crew, minus John Hurt, knew what the fuck was going to happen. So all of those reactions were 100% genuine. So Ridley Scott did not say it was in the script. Something happens, something bursts through that character. But I forget who did Stan Winston, I'm pretty sure, did the special effects. The whole chest burster scene, when you see it and everyone's reaction, it's genuine because they did not know. And that's what I would do in a movie too. If I was the director of a film and I had a scene like that, I would just, in the vaguest, I don't know if you can get away with that kind of shit now in today's day. That was filmed in the 70s. But I would just not tell them. Like, here, just you're going to react to something, you know. There's no better reaction than a genuine reaction.
That still happens on movie sets every now and then, where something will be changed right away to get an actual reaction out of somebody. That's still...
But yeah, at that point, they weren't acting. They were reacting. As a human would, but they were in character and costume. So the most interesting thing, in my opinion, about that chest burster scene was that none of the actors knew, and then it made it even more visceral. Imagine, that's one of the things I would do if I had a time machine. I would go back and just be in the theater in these pivotal movies, Jaws, Alien, to where I can just sit in the audience and experience what it must have felt like for a whole audience worth of people to lose their fucking minds. See, like Exorcist, all of these films. I would do that. If I had a time machine, boy, that's one of the things I would do.
Mine is just, like the reaction of it all. Because at the time, it's not like now. So now, nothing phases us in a movie.
No.
Because we've seen it all. But back in the 70s, 60s, even the 50s, early 80s, there's a lot of this stuff, like Star Wars. The reason Star Wars was so massive is no one had seen this before. We had Battlestar Galactica and you had Star Trek, but you didn't have like these huge special effects like you did. I mean, it was just something massive. Same with Jaws. No one had seen that stuff before. Now you see a shark movie every week.
Especially if you have the Sci-Fi Channel.
Or Shudder, or any of
those.
But yeah, just my thing about that scene is just the sheer fact of it all. It's just, I hadn't seen anything like that before,
and the movie built up. An egg, something jumps out of the egg, and it's revealed to be like a face hugger, and you're like, what the fuck? And then no one knew what the next progression of that creature would be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, so all of it, and then we got the xenomorph. Welcome back, Creed.
And the scary factor of it. I mean, okay, I'm not a woman. We're not women. But if you imagine watching that in the 70s and you're pregnant, you know what I mean? Like, that would be... Something just bursts out of you.
We need to Google how many women gave birth in the movie theater during the movie Alien.
Also, that scene became part of pop culture.
Oh yeah.
So many different things were making fun of it.
Spaceballs.
It's such an iconic scene. So that was a good question. I like that.
I do like that. But there's a lot. That movie is just so good.
It's really, really good.
It is my favorite horror sci-fi movie.
It is. Yes, it is.
Ooh, favorite sci-fi horror movie. Mine is different. What's yours?
My favorite alien sci-fi movie?
No. Favorite horror sci-fi movie.
Oh, it'd always be Event Horizon.
So, for me, it's tied with Event Horizon, and probably, I don't know, Aliens is not a horror sci-fi. It's more action than horror. Alien. Because, I mean, it's just like, you know, they got the queen, like, it's not horrific.
The horror aspect of that movie is right when they get to the compound, right, and they have the cameras on and they're walking around. That after they actually get into the med bay and they're surrounded by the xenomorphs, then it becomes just nonstop action. Like,
for me, it's tied between Event Horizon and Cube.
Cube, oh my goodness, what an underrated movie. You don't even think about those movies anymore.
No.
If you have never seen the Cube movies, I highly recommend watching them. All of them. Hypercube, Cube. They're all so good. Real quick, what they are is it's a basically like a prison, right? And each room is its own thing. So some rooms have like booby traps in them, and we're talking some really fucked up booby traps. Like one room just like freezes you instantly. Another one, like I think like a bunch of wires come up and slash you. It's crazy.
So I think that like Event Horizon and Cube make a lot of sense to pair together, because again there was different scenes in different rooms that took because the Cube also took what you were afraid of. And Creed said, "Did you like Avatar 2?"
100%. It was a great movie.
Did I like Avatar 2? I was.
Oh yeah, I didn't like it. I loved it.
I was impressed by the visuals. I felt like afterwards I didn't gain a single thing. I didn't make me think. Like, sure, it's like, cool, but I didn't. I'm like, I waited. I did not feel like 13 years was worth the story that we got. And I'm like, it's. I didn't rush home and be like, hey, I got to talk about Avatar 2, other than the fact it was beautiful. I mean, like,
I did. I actually.
The same villain. Like, the movie is a copy of the first film.
No, I actually did run home and I called Tyler right away, and I had to tell him, like, this is the most visually stunning movie I've ever seen. I love the story. It's a love letter from James Cameron to the ocean, and I thought it was great. But me and Noah have vastly different tastes in movies. Even though we like the same stuff, we still have vastly different tastes.
What about you, Creed? What was your thoughts on Avatar Dos?
He's like, oh, hell no, piece of shit.
Avatar 2, Electric Boogaloo. And am I excited about the rest of the Avatar movies?
No.
Hell no. I don't give a shit about Fire Avatar or Mountain Avatar or Desert Avatar or whatever they're going to do.
Right after seeing Avatar 2, I was like, I'm ready for a third one. But now that I've had time to digest it, I'm not actually looking forward to it anymore. It has been
very divisive.
It has been. You either like it or you hate it.
It's the two things. You like it or you hate it.
And that's just a new thing nowadays. You're in one camp or the other.
But let's see. So I did recommend Poker Face earlier. I really liked it. I also really enjoyed You People. That was a fantastic Netflix film.
We can talk about You People real quick.
Talk about You People. That's what we're here. We're just hanging out talking.
We're just hanging out, y'all. You People, it's a movie that's been done
1,000 times
to death, but I did like the ending a lot. I thought it was really cool. I really don't want to spoil anything for people. I just really like the ending. And I did find Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill together. Some of their scenes were pretty hilarious. The Vegas stuff was fucking hilarious.
I think that I like seeing Eddie Murphy just play a hard character. Like
I do too.
Yeah,
it's very monotone, very hard. Like he had seen some shit.
Yeah, I like that. It was very like downplayed Eddie Murphy.
And also I gotta tell. I guess I'll spoil a little bit. There's a dinner scene where it's Jonah Hill's family's Jewish and Eddie Murphy's family is Muslim, and they go back and forth who's the more oppressed people. And I feel like we're at a time in the world where that is a thing that's discussed at a lot of dinner tables. So I thought that was very interesting.
What made the movie for me was, and this is a spoiler, but it's okay, David Duchovny singing Ordinary People.
Yes, that is the best part of that movie.
My God. Holy shit. Talk about, like, the best thing you could ever have.
Oh,
I want that as my ringtone.
I want that to. I wish I could have been in that movie and him be singing to me.
Oh my God, it was just so good. And like his scenes were my favorite too, with Wyclef Jean.
Yeah, because he's also
another... Exhibit. That's what he was about.
He's also another monotone character, but it's just so damn fun. The way
he's used perfectly.
It, yeah.
He's not overused.
Yeah.
He's used perfectly. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, man, I liked her. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. There we go. But her character got so grating. A lot of the characters do get really grating. There are people that... So this... I remember vividly. He can deny it now. But we saw The Batman. He was not impressed coming out of the theater.
Well, to be all fair, I watched The Batman that Wednesday at 3 o'clock in the morning and got out of the theater like 6. We have a friend that owns a movie theater, so we can do shit like that.
I know cinemas.
So, and then literally that Thursday, we did a bet for it. It's a 3-hour movie, so watching it with Noah for the first time was the second time I had seen it. And watching that movie after I just got done watching it, I was not like... I wasn't having it, but the first time I watched it, I was blown away.
It still blows me away. I watch it all the time.
It is
all the time. It's really fantastic. Everything about it is so good. I love The Batman. It's my second favorite Batman movie of all time, and I do think it has the potential to really go to some really great places. The best
Oh.
portrayal of Batman as far as a comic book character to screen, period.
All I ask for is the next one not be over 3 hours.
It won't be. I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be. They'll trim it down.
No movie needs to be over 3 hours. You just when you have a movie go if you have a movie go over 2.5 hours, a lot of times that last 30 minutes is just filler and it's just not needed.
I love it. Creed, who do you want as a villain for the Batman 2? But yeah, no, that was great. I can't wait for the Penguin show. Oh, I don't know if Colin Farrell is going to win any Oscars. You don't think he'll win for the Banshees of Inisherin? Did you watch it yet?
It is really good.
I don't like it. It's like so dour. It's so hard to watch.
It is. Okay, I'll be honest with you. If it wasn't for Brendan
good.
Gleeson, I wouldn't watch it.
And Martin McDonagh, he's the same director that did 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So I met him. He's a cool dude and everything. But that movie's just. I get it from an artistic standpoint.
It is very artsy, very artsy.
All of his films are like that.
But will Brendan or Colin win Oscars for that movie? No. That movie's not going to win any Oscars.
It might be for like original screenplay. Is it up for that?
I'm not sure. Well, Mr. Freeze, I would love to.
I believe we asked this question before, and I remember you mentioning Mr. Freeze, and I also think that you have a fantastic person in mind to play the character.
Oh, we did do this before because I picked Hush.
Yep.
I don't remember who you picked. I think you also picked Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze is probably the most natural to
Yeah.
go, but also I think that Hugo Strange, anybody really would be good.
Hugo Strange. I don't. Either one could be the villain, but they really do set up Hush.
So and especially where they do set up Hush, like Tommy Elliott, like it's pretty much in the movie. No Joker, please. HBO Max is now losing some so Doom Patrol's canceled.
Teen Titans.
So
everything is canceled after the current runs because.
Nope, not everything.
What's besides
Harley Quinn is still going. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's a moneymaker.
That new Valentine special is I heard from a lot of people just based on the trailer, it's gonna be like some NC-17 shit.
Oh hell yeah! It's fucking Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn going at it.
Yeah. And Poison Ivy orgasming, and that's what makes the whole city fall in love with each other, start banging everyone.
But yes, everything's getting canceled because James and Peter are starting the universe over again. They're gonna.
Is it?
Can you guess my favorite movie?
We'll try. Is it a coincidence that out of all those shows, James Gunn has been in Harley Quinn? That's the only thing he's been in. We don't know if Peacemaker's canceled yet or not.
Yeah, we don't.
His wife's in that.
There's no talk of Peacemaker right now, actually.
There's zero talk, which is weird. And actually, I feel cheated slightly because James Gunn, he has until the end of the month to announce something. He said in January he's going to make an announcement.
It's not, if you think about it, when you're canceling something, it's a lot easier if you just don't talk about it. And you let it kind of escape from the zeitgeist.
So pick a genre for us, Creed. Tell us what genre it's in, and then we'll guess what
I'm guessing it's either horror or sci-fi.
It also could be the Batman.
It could be.
It could be. Give us one hint, and that's all we need. And we'll nail it after that out of the million movies it could be.
Yeah, you just name one actor and we'll get it.
Yeah, that's it. All we need is one actor. All we need is one actor. And we'll get it.
We did I said.
But yeah, you people's good. Harley Quinn is too crass for me. I get it.
I'll be honest with you, it is, if you're a
shit.
die-hard comic book fan, you are not going to like Harley Quinn.
I love it.
It is made for a certain audience.
So
that
good.
audience being Noah. I'm just kidding.
Again, it's the guy that loves all those fucking trauma movies and shit, man. I love it.
Wait a minute. Speaking of, isn't Elijah Wood bringing us the Toxic Avenger?
Yeah.
Is that still happening?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's up.
No, not Batman. Okay, getting close. Is it?
I'm assuming it's Ghostbusters, the first one.
Well, yeah.
With
it's the best Ghostbusters.
Dan Aykroyd and.
I cannot wait for the next Ghostbusters movie.
I cannot either.
I hope they do not recycle more villains. Give us a new villain. I don't want to see Gozer. I don't want to see Vigo. Do not give me. No Vigo.
I want a new villain, but I really did like how they did that in Afterlife.
It was great.
It was.
I loved it, but I don't want a new villain. I want a new villain.
Yeah.
Or Walter Peck is a ghost now.
That's.
Or it's just about politics and they fight the mayor. But yeah, no, I want a new villain. There's 1,000 different villains you could do.
I want Bill Murray to be the villain.
Bill Murray's a villain of real life, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Poor Bill. It's crazy. I do want one more Bill Murray performance, a sequel to one of his movies.
Rushmore.
No. That's awesome. I mean, like, he's in all his movies. He's pretty much.
And Wes Anderson go together. Like,
Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson has such a definitive style. There's a book, accidentally Wes Anderson, and I definitely, if you like Wes Anderson at all, we're gonna also say our favorite Wes Anderson films in a minute. And if it's not The Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou,
I was just about to say.
Then what are you even talking about? For mine, it's The Royal Tenenbaums.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
A refrigerator was in the mind for the movie at one point.
A refrigerator was in mind for the movie at one
Oh,
point.
are you talking about oh my God, what's the movie? Is it House where the mattress eats people?
Well, there's also a refrigerator in the first Ghostbusters film, and there's a refrigerator in the worst Indiana Jones film.
There are. I'm gonna go with
Top 5 refrigerators in movies, and go. That would be a great topic.
Well, I mean, honestly, the best refrigerator scene is the Indiana Jones scene. It's
No,
so
it's
awesome.
Ghostbusters.
That's so awesome. Oh, when Gozar or whatever's in the
Zool,
fridge.
man.
Zool's in the fridge.
Yeah. I also do like. No, yeah. What are you saying? No to the fact that Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the worst Indiana Jones film?
It is the worst.
It is. I'd rather watch all of the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones before I watch a single minute of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'd rather watch like some knockoff Indiana Jones movie. I'd watch Illinois Sam before I would watch Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's horrible. I'm sorry. I love you if that's right. But hey, it's not good. There's no redeeming factors. There's nothing about it.
Yeah, no. The alien. There is a scene in the movie involving a mall and a tree.
Ooh, now we're getting closer.
Oh, is it Dawn of the Dead? Was that your favorite movie?
Is it Mallrats? Is there a tree in Mallrats? There's a ship that only
Oh yeah, the
one
ship.
person can't see.
Yeah.
I actually found at the Goodwill the other day a puzzle book of those all those puzzles.
Oh my God, I used to be obsessed with those things.
Did you see them? Could you see them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
There's no shame in saying you couldn't see them.
Whenever we had the book fairs when I was in elementary school, I bought those and
All right, so there is a mall and a tree.
So it's not Mallrats and it's not Dawn of the Dead.
A mall and a tree. A mall and a tree. There's a lot of mall movies in the 80s.
Terminator 2, it starts off with it.
Oh, it's in a mall? I don't know if it's in a tree.
What's another?
I love guessing games. These are fun.
Kindergarten Cop, they're in a mall at one point.
Ooh. A mall and a tree. I love that. Is there a mall and a tree in Short Circuit? Because that's one of my favorite movies.
It has a guitar.
It has a guitar. Ooh, it's getting spicier. Is it
Wayne's World?
Is there a mall in Wayne's World? I think so.
I feel like there is.
Bill and Ted?
Bill and Ted. Oh, a Bill and Ted refrigerator.
Is it Bill and Ted? Is it Bill and Ted?
And the mall?
And instead of the phone booth, it was...
What's the tree?
Ooh, I do love some Bill and Ted.
I think it's Bill and Ted.
Nailed it. Did we nail it? No.
No, damn.
We don't know movies, but I love guessing. Don't tell us. Give us one more hint. There's a guitar in a mall.
Just tell us one actor. Just tell us one actor. We'll
guitar, a mall, and a tree.
We'll get it off for the actor.
This is great. But I love talking movies, man. I love these random movie moments and movie topics. So another one I was going to pick earlier that I didn't write down. Actually, no. We got time. Let's write some more down. Talk about it. I'm going to write a random one right now.
It has a guitar.
A mall and a tree. All right, let's go here.
And there was a refrigerator in the original script. A person gets locked in a car.
Ooh. Nice. Now we're talking.
Person gets locked on a car.
Is it Cujo? I don't know. That's pretty cool. All right, so here we go.
A guitar and a car. You got me. I just need an actor. makes it too easy though if you give us an actor.
All right. I'm going to throw some more ideas in the idea bucket. If you guys are out there in the chat, throw us some more ideas for the chat. Super excited about this. No! I love this. Creed, best movie. There's a guitar.
Okay.
There's a mall.
Let's see.
Someone gets locked in a car. There's a guitar.
Is it Taxi with Jimmy Fallon?
That's no one's.
Family Ties.
Oh, it's fucking Back
Oh,
to
it's
the
Back
Future.
to the Future.
It's Back to the Future.
Wait, the time machine was going to be a refrigerator? I think I knew that.
It's Back to the Future.
Who gets locked in a car?
No, it's not Back to the Future.
It's not Back to the Future. With a guitar.
Family Ties? Hold on. Who else is Family Ties?
The tree, because the trees make sense. Pine took you long.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are okay.
Yeah.
Pine is it Pine Tree? Pine.
It's Twin Pine Mall.
Twin Pine
and it was
Mall.
then the.
It was just Pine.
The Single Pine Mall.
Single
or
Pine
One
Mall.
Pine Mall or whatever.
Yeah,
That's so good, man. It did take us long enough.
it did.
I do love the line of questioning you did. The little hints that we have right there.
Back to the Future is also my favorite movie. I actually have a shrine of it in my office.
The mall is the mall, and
Yep.
the tree is where he was peeping in the tree, and he fell down. They switched places.
That's right. And the guitar is when he was singing Johnny Be Good.
Yep, absolutely. Or when he was in the when he was.
Oh, when he was singing to Huey,
Power of Love.
and the news.
I'm sorry, but you're just too gosh darn loud.
You're just too damn loud.
You
I didn't know until I was an adult that
damn,
that was
instead of gosh darn. Yeah.
no, that was Huey.
You know it's Huey Lewis.
I did not know that was him until I was an adult.
How about this? What famous rocker is in Hook? What famous rock star? Twin Pines Mall. What famous rock star is in Hook?
I gotta think about who's in Hook.
Ooh. What famous rock star? I'm gonna put this on a.
Is he one of the pirates?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Do
Robin
you know?
Williams, Dustin Hoffman.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, I need a hint.
All right, I'm gonna give you a hint.
Glenn Close is in Hook.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Julia Roberts is in Hook.
Man who swings on vines.
Not what's else? He's not in band. I'm lost.
All right, I'll give you another hint. Su Studio.
I got nothing.
I'll give you another hint. Genesis.
I still got nothing.
I'll give you another hint. Rhymes with Mill Mullins.
Bill Mullins. I don't know.
Phil Collins.
What is he?
Phil Collins.
Oh, he's the guy that goes in the boot bucket, isn't he?
Nope, that is Glenn Close.
That is
Phil
Glenn Close,
Collins
that's right.
plays one of the police detectives that investigate the house after the kid's been.
I don't remember all those people.
Hey man, Phil Collins, baby, Phil Collins.
There's only
one movie that has scared me, and it involves poison in a coffee mug at the end. And that's the only movie that's ever scared you. You must be a tough son of a gun. Here we go. I got it.
I don't know. Poison in a coffee mug.
Poison in a coffee mug at the end. Poison in a coffee mug at the end.
I got nothing. I have no idea. And it scared you. There's not really. I mean, the only movies that really scared me were the first Poltergeist, and then it was with Tim Curry. But I was also a kid when I watched those.
Ooh,
movies,
yeah,
so
those
it
are.
scared the shit out of me.
Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions scared the shit out of me.
The first Hellraiser scared the shit.
Poison in a cup. Poison in a coffee cup at the end. Who did they poison in a coffee cup at the end? This sounds so familiar.
Has a demon in it.
Ooh, poison in a cup at the end.
You know what movie scared me when I was a kid?
Hmm.
People Under the Stairs.
That's a good one.
That's an
Demon Night.
DC Studios this Monday.
This Monday? Yeah, it has to be by this Monday.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying earlier. James Gunn only has until he's at the end of the month, and by God, it's already at the end of the month. And just give us something. Give us something, dude. Come on, man. James Gunn, you can't just tease us like that on Twitter and then not release anything. And the only thing he announces is Peacemaker season 3. People will be pissed. They'd be so fucking pissed.
There are a lot of demons in movies. I don't know. He got me on that one.
They would be so pissed. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right, here's another one. a good one right here.
What is he gonna?
He's gonna announce like a few movies, I'm pretty sure, and probably like.
He's just like, yo, there is. The first movie my new slate is Superman.
We're gonna make a Superman movie. I'm writing it. He's already announced that. It'll probably be like no more Aquaman. It'll probably be or like no more Shazam, or it'll probably be I don't know. You have any guesses? No, I don't have any guesses. No, give me one hint. Just an actor, and play the alliteration game. Put like whatever actor is in like another movie, like you did Family Ties, and I'll guess it.
Has a demon in it. Would be Legend. I guess that's the devil. The devil's not a demon though; it's an angel. I don't know.
All right.
All right, we good?
We got some more. Go ahead and draw one.
All right.
We're gonna do a random.
We're going
random
back into
topic.
the bucket. Random
Here
topic.
for black phone. Oh.
A black phone, a demon, and a coffee cup.
Who's in the black phone?
Ethan Hawke was in the black phone.
Ethan Hawke was in the black phone.
Our buddies.
Ethan Hawke was the only person that anyone know that would be in any previous movies.
That's true. All right. So, for all the people just joining us, we have a bucket here,
stream,
and we have random topics of pulp culture, movies, nerd stuff, game stuff in here, and we're
taking your suggestions as well. The more random, the better, because we want it to be weird and wild.
Weird as shit.
Weird as shit.
This is how weird it is. I don't know. Best stand-up comedian. That's not really weird. But
that's not weird.
I can make it weird.
Make it weird then. Carrot Top.
Honestly, my favorite stand-up comedian is a tie. It's a three-way tie.
Ethan Hawke is right. Okay, so Ethan Hawke, a demon, and a coffee cup that's been poisoned.
Oh, Ethan Hawke's in the movie.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I said, give me an actor in another movie he's been. Yeah. So a demon.
Oh, Sinister.
Yeah.
Your favorite movie, Sinister, the first one.
No, that's the movie that scared him. Yeah. Movie that only we're doing.
Yeah, the only movie that scared. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sinister.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, now I'm confused. I'm so confused because Jerry Seinfeld.
Kramer. It was Kramer. He played the demon in Sinister.
Kramer played the
no. That's good shit. All right. While we're guessing, we're gonna pick the. No, he's saying that his famous.
Yeah, so it's Sinister. Yeah.
That's his favorite stand-up.
Sinister is actually pretty damn terrifying.
Sinister's scary.
My best. Oh yeah, I have a tie. The best stand-up comedians of all time. It's a three-way tie. It's Richard Pryor, it is Eddie Murphy, and it's Robin Williams. There's no. Carlin comes close. Carlin's
mine is George Carlin.
He's
sure.
He is very up there.
Richard Pryor, absolutely. And then if I had to pick a third one,
Eddie Murphy.
Well, yeah, but like
Raw is one of the best stand-up shows.
You've already picked Eddie Murphy. So I'm gonna pick Sinbad.
Ooh, that's yeah. Okay, what we just did is the Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians.
Yep.
Because those four would be on there.
Minnie Pearl.
But if I had to pick Chris Rock.
Chris Rock is good.
Oh, what is it? His one from it's like 2001. Oh, I can't remember the name of it.
It's called Slap in the Face.
I own it.
Bill Murray was a pretty good. I don't know. Bill Murray's a good comedian. Did he ever do stand-up?
I don't know that Bill Murray ever did stand-up, and actually I don't think. Oh yeah, Bigger and Blacker is one of my favorite stand-ups of all time. That bullet joke that he does. If bullets cost $5,000, there'd be no more innocent bystanders. Motherfucker, go get his property back. Is the best shit ever. Yep. Or the one where he's like, I love that special.
It's so good.
I was getting on an elevator and a bunch of white kids got on. I jumped the fuck up.
I see that no one picked Dane Cook on here. I see Jesus' eyes. Hit my wife's Dane. Goddamn Dane. Goddamn. So
Dane Cook. No, I mean Dane Cook. His Vicious Circle special was hilarious.
It's so good. It's still so good.
It is really good. But overall, I don't know. I wouldn't put him in the top echelon of stand-up comedians.
All right, pick another
one. That was a good one. I like
pick up another
one. Is Castle Ultra here yet?
Castle Ultra from Instagram. If you're in the chat, let us know because we have your question.
We saved
it. It's really good.
Oh, I didn't see Gonzalo. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, pick another one.
All right, we'll save this one for Castle Ultra.
For Castle Ultra.
All right, Police Academy or Kindergarten Cop? Oh, Kindergarten. Oh no, I got.
Whoa, you were so quick. You almost said Kindergarten Cop.
I almost said Kindergarten Cop. Then it's been years since I've watched that first Police Academy.
Controversial or not, Dave Chappelle is a brilliant stand-up comedian.
He is up there too. Yes. Yes.
All right, Kindergarten Cop or Police Academy?
Well, okay, because there's so many Police Academy movies, and they just get more dumb. And
No, it's just Police Academy, the first film.
So you're just going with the first one. Okay.
Or Kindergarten Cop. For me, it's Police Academy. I'm just going to go with Police Academy.
So, well, okay. Yeah.
Steve Gutenberg
Yeah.
can do no wrong.
I mean, well, it's not.
Jingle All the Way.
Kindergarten Cop. Oh, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
That one's too easy.
Speaking of Sinbad, Jingle All the Way. Sinbad, I loved him in Jingle All the Way.
Police Academy has like an all-star cast, whereas like Kindergarten Cop is just Arnold. So I got Police Academy.
Police Academy.
Police Academy.
Did you ever watch the Police Academy cartoon?
I did not. I had no. I'll be honest with you. After the second movie, I had no interest in that franchise.
Did you ever have any Police Academy toys?
No.
Oh, I did.
No. Not at all.
Remember the one cop that had the big old boobs?
I don't think so.
And she would get like a wet T-shirt.
Put the cookie.
Put that cookie down.
Put that cookie down now. Okay. We got RoboCop remake. Any good? Have you not seen it?
Oh, I want to talk about it.
Oh, I think it's really good.
Oh, what?
It is not as good as the original RoboCop.
That wasn't the question.
But is it good? Yeah, it's watchable.
No, you went from good to watchable. That's
No,
two
it's
different.
good. I liked it. I did like it.
No, I just didn't like it. I love Joel Kinnaman or whatever his name is, Kimmerman. But I'm like, why? It was not good.
That was a good impression. Sometimes I can land impressions.
He does.
Sometimes
he does. It just might be on the fly. You know, it's like when an impression is forced, you're not going to get it.
No.
You're not going to get
Get
it.
in the chapel. Do it. Do it now. Go watch my movie Kindergarten Cop. It's a fantastic movie. You're going to love it.
How about this? Here is my most underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Ooh, underrated. Okay.
Most underrated. And why does people not put it up with Predator? Why do people not put it up with Kindergarten Cop? Why do people not put it up
Let me see if I can guess
Jingle
it.
All the Way?
See if I can guess it. Underrated Arnold movie. Hercules.
Yes. No.
No.
Hercules in New York specifically.
RoboCop makes that. A lot of people think that. They do think that.
This movie is so good.
An Arnold movie.
Yes. Last Action Hero, baby.
That's not underrated. Everyone knows that movie.
No. People do not talk.
Well, they don't talk about it, but
it's underrated.
It's not.
Last Action Hero is, and to talk about that, I had all the action figures.
I did too.
It was fucking brilliant.
It was so good.
I need to watch it on 4K. I know it came out not too long ago, and I don't know what the quality is or the uptick in
I didn't
details.
end up buying it.
Fucking Last Action Hero was so good. Like the jokes, brilliant.
I still remember watching that in theaters.
I did too. I saw it, and I was blown the fuck away.
Hell yeah.
It was just so goddamn good. Oh my god.
The only thing I got to say about Last Action Hero, I would have loved to see JTT as the kid.
Yeah, well, he loves JTT. This guy's got an unhealthy obsession with Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I do. Man of the House, classic.
That's not where I would even go to. My first JTT film.
What is yours? I'll Be Home for Christmas?
No, the voice of Simba. That's the Lion King. Home Improvement, goddammit.
You're telling me Man of the House, it's underrated.
No, sure.
Chevy Chase is so fantastic in that movie.
Yeah. Let's get Jonathan Taylor Thomas on here and just talk about how many times that...
well, we have to find him first.
Well, we gotta find him, and then we can ask him if
That's not creepy at all.
If what's his name? Who was Tim Allen showed his wiener to him?
Oh,
that's the big thing right now. Apparently, Pamela Anderson said that Tim Allen flopped his wiener out in front of her.
It was the 90s.
But that's not the craziest story about him. All that cocaine.
Whenever I hear something that happened in the 90s or 80s that's being brought to light now, it was a different time.
It doesn't excuse that.
It does not excuse the behavior, but it was a different time.
Christmas Vacation, funny or overrated?
Funny.
Overrated.
Funny.
Overrated.
I
There
love
are
it.
so many.
I love it.
So many better National Lampoons.
I'm not. Oh, yeah. It is not the best National Lampoon's movie. No.
Overrated. People
No.
think of it. No, it's overrated. And also, Christmas Story is overrated too.
Yep. Nope.
Yep. Nope. It didn't deserve. Nope.
That place has a special place in my heart, so I can't say that. What is the best National Lampoon's Christmas or a vacation movie? Is it Vegas Vacation? Is it?
It's just Vacation.
Vacation, the
It's
first
the
one.
best one. Yeah, by far. And my second favorite is Vegas Vacation.
I say Vegas Vacation is my favorite.
That's a great
Because of
choice.
Tom Jones.
It's a great choice.
It's such a good movie.
Wayne Newton.
Or it was Wayne Newton. It wasn't Tom Jones.
Yeah,
It was Wayne
Wayne
Newton. I'm thinking of Mars Attacks.
My favorite, and talk about an underrated. Now it's time to fight. Let's go. It's all about opinions. Underrated film is Mars Attacks. Why does no one talk about Tim Burton's Mars Attacks?
I don't know. Chris Story is a classic. Exactly.
I really do.
When Mars Attacks came out, it was a huge hit. Everyone talked about it. Now
Michael J. Fox, man, Jack Nicholson in that is doing work.
Yeah, he was multiple people in that
doing
movie.
work.
The old lady, I can't remember her name. She was so adorable.
Doing so much work in that movie. So much work.
Steve Martin's in that movie too.
Yeah.
And Jessica
Martin Short.
Sarah Jessica Parker's in that movie too. There's a lot of people in that movie. It's so good.
It's so good.
It was at that time they were trying to get that Independence Day money.
Yeah. Well. Good luck.
He is a great director.
Tim Burton. All right. So here's my
Edward Scissorhands.
Big Fish.
Edward Scissorhands.
Big Fish. For me, like I was gonna say, non comic book or but I love Big Fish. That's a great film.
Movie.
That's a great film. That's one people don't talk about as well.
No one talks about Edward Scissorhands anymore either.
Well, everyone talks about. You see Edward Scissorhands shit at Hot Topic. You see it all over the place. No one talks about Big Fish.
They do not talk about Big Fish.
That's a heart jerker. Is there anything else in there?
That's just ultras. I think she's not here. We gotta.
Well, there's a couple more on here. I had one that had multiple questions on it.
Oh yeah. Creed, you had multiple questions on one of yours. All right, so Mario or Sonic?
Sonic all the way.
Paul
Blart Mall Cop is underrated. The first one?
Mario or Sonic? I like Sonic more as a character, but I like the Mario games more. You can do more shit in the Mario games.
Or if it's a fight, Mario versus Sonic.
Oh, Sonic obviously wins the fight.
Sonic does win the fight.
Unless Mario has eaten a star.
Well, Sonic has all the chaos.
Okay. That would be a dope fight.
That would be a dope fight. See,
well, I think Mario would win that because Mario becomes literally invincible.
So does Sonic.
He can still be taken.
Be super. He can do all kinds of stuff. What lasts longer?
I mean,
like Chaos Emeralds last longer than.
Well, yeah, those stars last. But they only last so long because they make you fucking godlike. That's right. All right, what do we else?
Batman or Iron Man? I'll let you take that away.
Oh, Batman.
Sonic 6 is a masterpiece. Agreed.
Oh, are we talking? Oh wait, who's better or who's more powerful?
All it says is Batman or Iron Man.
I like Batman more. Batman's one of my favorite superhero characters, comic book characters.
Again, Iron Man would win in a fight versus Batman.
Prep time.
No prep time.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
Better than prep time.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
Better than prep time.
Whenever someone is putting Batman against someone, they're like, how much prep time does he have?
0, bitch. It's a fight.
If Batman has 0 prep time.
So he only has his fighting skills and what's in his utility belt.
So, well, now it depends which Batman, because if it's the Adam West Batman, he has everything he needs in that utility.
Hey, chum, let's not fight. We get blown away by a repulsor blast. Batman is smarter, for sure.
I mean, how would, if they just fought, I mean, how would Batman even get through the armor?
He wouldn't.
I mean, it's not like Superman where he's got kryptonite.
Unless Batman carries an EMP device on him all the time.
Oh, you know he does. The Batmobile, which just has an EMP.
Well, no. This Batman.
So, okay.
Batmobile.
So if Batman has prep time, he's going to bring an EMP pulse.
Iron Man also has prep time.
but Iron Man would. Okay, so then
Tony Stark also has prep time.
But how does Tony Stark retrofit his armor to withstand that blast from the EMP pulse?
He's got He's got everything. Put him in the Hulkbuster.
Batman is smarter than Tony Stark. It's very true.
All right.
But now Tony can outdrink Bruce.
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like I gave too many questions.
Do not.
Don't give
Absolutely. Because we saved some for another stream. Because like I said, like Random Street Theater, some other people, some of our awesome followers, just like you, gave us a ton.
Well, also, we did tell everyone that our streams were on Saturday last week, and we had to push this one to Sunday. That's my bad. We'll be back on, I'm guessing, Saturday starting next week. And maybe that's why they're waiting. But no, keep the questions coming. We love this shit.
All right. Let's do this. What was your favorite Ghostbusters movie? I think we talked about Ghostbusters a little bit earlier.
We didn't talk. Yeah, my favorite one, hands down. It's a hot take. I know.
Don't even say hot take in front of this. Can't.
It stars Chris Hemsworth. No, I'm just kidding. No, my favorite Ghostbusters is the first one.
Yeah, come on.
It's just
Ghostbusters.
It's a magical fucking movie.
Ghostbusters.
It's the first one.
I'm gonna do another one.
The second Ghostbusters is really riddled with issues. Granted, they gave us a new villain, but yeah, I don't know. Then the Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters had potential, wasn't executed very well, and then Afterlife is fantastic. So if I was to rank them, it'd be the first Ghostbusters, then Afterlife, then Ghostbusters 2, and then the Melissa McCarthy, Chris Hemsworth. Ghostbusters best do Afterlife made me cry.
I cry every time I watch it.
I can't watch the ending of Afterlife and not cry. Like, nope, every time.
What's the better dancing movie? Magic Mike or Saturday Night Fever?
Oh, Saturday Night Fever.
Maybe. It's just a better movie anyway. That's too.
I was gonna say that was too easy. Now, if you said Dirty Dancing, I wouldn't pick Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing is one of the best dancing movies.
Women can do anything.
Yeah, they can.
They can.
It's Paul Feig. Paul Feig. It was his fault. I love Afterlife so much. I cry like a goddamn baby. Right at the end. Oh, there's so many parts I cry. Oh, I cry every single time.
And that was a movie I went.
It brought me so emotional.
I went into that movie with very low expectations because the previous two Ghostbusters movies were not great. I
was so emotional for that movie.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
It was so well done.
It was so well done.
The writing is phenomenal. In that
it's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard. I don't know how they can do it. No,
I don't know. And McKenna Grace is she's the best part of that movie.
She's so good in that. So good in that. But I needed when Egon showed up, lost it.
Yeah, same.
And what great effects! And for him not to even have to say a word.
Yeah, that made it. Honestly, that made it more emotional. Just him being there made that shit emotional.
Whatever the effects on him. So my two favorite things were the effects they used to do the makeup for the actor who played Egon, and the effects they did for the makeup for the guy that played Loomis in Halloween Kills, when they did flashback scene. That I thought that was unused footage of the actor who played Loomis. That was pretty dope. So good. He said no such thing. He said so much.
Exactly. Yeah.
He said it best without saying.
He is. I'm like, I'm here. I got you. I got you guys. I'm here for the boys.
Yep.
What if they? What if when he came down, he's like, for the boys?
Yeah, for the boys.
I wouldn't have even been mad.
No.
I would just been like, yes. Or if he was like, let's go.
Let's go.
Those are like the two new things now. Let's go. I'm glad that was empty.
He polluted his own drink.
I polluted my own drink. This is so much fun. All right, we're jumping. All right.
We're going to do this last one because we're going to end the live stream at 8.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this all. Okay, so Castle Ultra from Instagram.
Shout out.
What's a non-horror movie that you'd like to be turned into a movie?
Vigo is your overlord.
Exactly.
So a non-horror movie that you want turned into a horror movie.
Easily. Police Academy.
Nailed it. Right.
It would make a good zombie
Kindergarten
movie.
Cop.
Yeah. Arnold's the Terminator.
Best. So, a non-horror movie that's turned into a horror movie.
Oh, this would make a good horror movie.
Weird Science?
Weird Science would make a great horror movie.
That would. Bed knobs and broomsticks would also be a good one.
This.
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
It should be a horror movie. That's a good. There are so many.
I'm gonna go from. Let's do it. I'm gonna go for like a modern Beethoven with a dog. Yes.
There you go.
It's Cujo 3.
Just be Cujo.
So I'm gonna go with. I would love to see an Indiana Jones horror movie. If Indiana Jones.
I feel like Temple of the Dune is pretty close.
It's alright, that's true.
Actually, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the ending is a straight up fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
Their faces are melting off.
Let's go with, let's pick a Disney movie. We'll make it easy. A Disney movie, but a horror movie.
Well, the crazy thing is most of those Disney cartoons could be horror movies. Like Cinderella. Toy Story.
Toy Story is a horror movie.
Oh, speaking of Disney CGI movie, did you hear this shit?
What?
The next thing Disney's doing, you heard it. Well, you didn't hear it first. I'm sure
you heard it first.
They're now going to be taking this CGI Disney movies like Toy Story, The Incredibles, Cars, and making them live action.
I'm cool with The Incredibles live action.
This is the new thing they're doing.
Monsters Inc. as well?
Monsters Inc. My thing is, the CGI movies are just so close to live action already. I don't know that Incredibles now, if written well, if acted well.
Now we're talking. We can make The Incredibles live action.
It would just be a Fantastic Four movie, though, I feel like.
It's the best Fantastic movie.
But now, if you got to have Samuel...
Wreck-It Ralph. Now we're talking.
You got to have Samuel L. Jackson be Frozone. It's the only way I would be down with that. Who voiced Mr. Incredible? Was it, what's his name? Coach. Yeah, you couldn't have him be Mr. Incredible. You better not design. Right? I'm not for this.
Don't do it.
I'm not for it. I'm already not for them taking the cartoons and making them live action. I mean, they're just not good.
No. Just don't do it.
Just leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Or remaking. They remade Pete's Dragon. Why would you remake that?
No one watched that.
I did. It was terrible.
But again, make some horror movies, man.
And Wreck-It Ralph live action, that would be nuts. Because then you would have a live action
everything.
Ryu, Bison, Sonic.
Everything.
That would be nuts.
Forrest Gump, but a horror movie.
That would be...
Forrest Gump as a horror movie. I think that would be interesting.
You'd have to dive on it. How would it be a horror movie? He's secretly a serial killer?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh.
Or Jenny's a serial killer.
Oh my God, no. Forrest Gump is the Zodiac killer.
Forrest Gump is the Zodiac killer.
Oh my God, it would make sense.
It would make sense, yeah.
They made Pete's Dragon too edgy in live action. Yeah, that's true, they did.
But yes, make Forrest Gump the Zodiac killer.
Yes, Forrest Gump.
That is the definitive answer.
Did you know there was a sequel to Forrest Gump? They were actually going to make it?
Well, they were going to make it.
They did not, though. It's crazy shit. I don't think that would slide, having a disabled person as a bad guy. I mean, yeah, Forrest had autism, but I wouldn't call him...
You better start running.
Oh my God, yes!
You better start running.
I mean, it would just... All the shit that guy went through and all the shit he saw... You know what it is? What they should do is have Jenny leave him again, and that's when he snaps.
Or it's a psycho thing and he is Jenny. He's killed her
already.
already.
Oh my God, he's got schizophrenia too?
He's schizophrenic.
And he is Jenny, and he's Elvis. He's all of that. He's just imagined it all.
He just imagined it all.
Actually, him imagining all that would make complete sense. Yes. Because, I mean, the whole point of Forrest Gump is he's in every single event from, the 60s through the 80s that matter.
He killed Kennedy?
He killed Kennedy.
Forrest Gump is the lone gunman?
Forrest, have you found Jesus?
Needs to.
Jenny, how's it go? He's like, them look like comfortable shows.
What? Well, what line were you trying to say?
Those look like comfortable shows.
Oh.
Jenny. I got some quick trivia.
Do
I'm
it.
down.
Fire away.
Jenny taught me how to I taught Jenny how to dangle, and she taught me how to read or something. I don't know.
He can't read.
I can't read.
He can't read.
I'm not comfortable shows. Mama said that me anywhere.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly.
Dude, that part was so fucking sad.
So the whole
Oh
movie's
my
sad.
god, that whole
The whole movie's sad. It's
No.
happy and sad.
The best thing though is nowadays when people watch that movie, they're just like, Jenny is just a.
She was horrible. Why would you chase her, Forrest?
Yeah,
Why would you chase her?
Who voiced Elvis in Forrest Gump?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, because you never actually see him.
You kind of see him a little bit.
I mean, you see the actual Elvis on the TV, and then you see like you don't see his face though when he's in the bed and breakfast.
Kind of.
I don't know.
Kurt Russell. I don't know. John Stamos.
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler's dad.
His dad. His dad is Elvis. Oh, did you see Maria Presley passed away?
Yeah, a long time ago. We did a short about it.
Did we? And it was like 2 weeks ago. It's not that long
It's
ago.
been a month ago.
It hasn't been a month.
It's the day after the Golden Globes.
It's already February.
I don't know
It's like-
who did voice Forrest Gump or Elvis in Forrest Gump. Correct. Which one was it?
Wait, one of those was correct?
Yeah. Kurt Russell, probably. Yeah.
Oh, I can see Kurt. You got it right. I got it. Austin. I said
You
Austin.
didn't get it right.
I said Austin Butler.
He wasn't born yet.
He said Kurt Russell.
It was Kurt Russell or John Stamos. I'm pretty sure it's Kurt Russell. That's like a thing that popped in my head. Kurt Russell's
I
great.
feel like
Elvis, too.
John Stamos would have been. Who was it? John Stamos or Kurt Russell?
Kurt
It was
Russell. Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what a payday.
Kurt Russell is a great
What a
Elvis
payday.
fan.
Speaking of Kurt Russell and Elvis, 3,000 Miles of Graceland is underrated.
It's so good. It's very underrated, actually, for like a film and just a Elvis movie in general.
I guess I wouldn't consider it an Elvis movie, but I guess
It's
they're
definitely an Elvis
going to an Elvis convention.
It's an homage to the King Creole himself, Elvis.
Quick question. We got an answer.
Do it.
We got this.
Rapid fire.
What's one of my best animated of 2022? Best animated?
Ooh.
I can't do.
Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Movie of 2022?
Best movie 2022?
Oh, well, mine was Top Gun.
The Batman.
I do find it funny how when you ask anybody their best movies, nobody's list has any of the Marvel movies.
None of them were the best.
That's so funny. What's your favorite animated movie of 2022?
Guillermo del Toro's.
That was
Pinocchio.
actually that blew me away.
It's 'cause I love Guillermo del Toro. I love Pinocchio.
But Encanto also blew me away. I also love musicals, so that automatically won my heart over.
Did you like West Side Story by Spielberg?
I love the original so much that it was 50-50.
I really think that he blew it.
He did. I didn't leave the theater hating what I saw.
Did you know that Steven Spielberg always wanted to do a musical? In fact, one of his greatest regrets was not having Hook a musical. He wanted to have Hook as a musical. And at the last minute, the studio was like, nah, you can't have Hook as a musical.
I don't think Hook would have worked as a musical.
It would have been good.
It would have been. Yeah, it wouldn't have. I wouldn't have liked
So
it.
then he finally got to make a musical, and West Side Story. Yeah, I don't think it was even on the table. I don't think anyone liked West Side Story.
What's her name got nominated for an Oscar though?
The girl that didn't get to play Batgirl?
Yeah.
My two favorite musicals were Tick Tick Boom and In the Heights.
That's
about-
right. Tick Tick Boom is my favorite from last year.
Tick Tick Boom, so good. And In the Heights was also very good.
And I was so excited that Andrew got nominated for an Oscar.
Yep.
Sad he didn't win it though.
Deserved it.
Who won last year?
Did you watch him in the Kingdom of whatever he did, that drama that he got nominated for all those movies or all those nominations?
Kingdom. I don't think.
Something like, I don't know what it was called. He played like a preacher.
Oh, you're talking about The Eyes of Tammy Faye?
No,
He did fantastic in that movie.
it was another one.
This is
the life, bo 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 bo. This is the life, bo 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 bo.
Bohemian. Yow, yow, yow. God, I love that movie. Oh, it's so good.
Do some other lyrics from that song.
How's that song go? Kitchens in the, or no.
You better hope there's a light bulb in there.
I like it.
Revolving door roommates. Prick up your ears. 14 people in just 4 years.
Here we go.
Anna
Kendrick is the best.
I got
What was great was like the attention to detail, how they recreated every little bit of his
life.
Yeah, but that whole his apartment.
Oh, his apartment. Those were actual legitimate items from his apartment, from his family.
And one of the people, one of the persons from the lesbian couple that came to the party was his real neighbor in the apartment building, and she lost her shit when she saw that.
Yeah, they literally, Lin-Manuel Miranda literally recreated Jonathan Larson's apartment.
I'm excited about what he's going to do for the soundtrack of Little Mermaid.
Is he doing the soundtrack?
Well, of course he is.
He does everything for Disney.
Moana, they're going to hire him to
do everything. Oh my God! Speaking of Encanto, I just watched the live action rendition. Oh my God, I cried like a baby. It's so good. So good.
So good. But you know what else is good? You guys out there. We're going to end the stream here at the 2-hour mark. Don't forget, it's going to be every single weekend. We'll let you know ahead of time if it's going to be a Saturday or Sunday.
Mario's last name is Mario.
Mario.
Luigi Mario and Mario.
Mario.
Speaking of Luigi Mario, y'all.
John Leguizamo
liked one of my Instagram
He liked one of his Instagram They're pretty much best friends now. I did like him in the menu. He was great in the menu. Oh, I do love the menu. Creed, everyone out there, thank you so much for viewing and watching. We're getting so close to the YouTube partnership.
We're getting there.
We got the subs, we're getting the watch hours, and it's for people like you. That sounds like Reading Rainbow.
I was just about to say we're on like PBS or something. People like
you
who donate.
Keep being awesome. So we're gonna do some more of these things. I loved it. We just chilled.
Are we okay? So are we moving live to Saturday next week?
We're going to let people know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna let people know on our social medias, on our Instagram. Good night and good luck. No, it's also great. All right, everyone, it's been a great time. Again, like, subscribe.
Comment.
And thank you for letting us know the feedback of the new layout. I think it looks nice.
Yes, it does. The only thing I would change is this. I would probably move up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll twiddle with it. We'll
mess with it. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining us. Y'all keep being nerdy, and we will see you in the next live next weekend.